$150,000 over its full term. Even if the owner lives out their days in the house, the obligation does not disappear. Sell, and the debt rides with the next owner. Pass away, and the assessment remains with the estate. For retirees in their 70s, this is not a distant worry. The bond payment joins property taxes, insurance, and maintenance as a fixed annual cost. These are not just numbers on a spreadsheet, they are withdrawals from individual retirement accounts and 401k accounts, each one triggering income taxes that chip away at what is left. The standard retirement advice to wait out the market does not fit here. Time, for most, is not a renewable asset. Every year spent hoping for a rebound means another $5,000 out the door, another tax bill, and less flexibility to adapt when health or family needs change. The cash flow strain is even sharper for buyers who purchase the most expensive homes. Designer models, once considered the safest bet, now carry the heaviest losses, often $100,000 to $150,000 below what buyers paid just a few years ago. The bond does not shrink to match the home's new value, it stays locked, a relic of past optimism. For many, the only way to cover the gap between expenses and income is to increase withdrawals from retirement accounts. But each extra dollar pulled out can push a retiree into a higher tax bracket, reduce Social Security benefits, and raise Medicare premiums. Adult children, sometimes acting as financial stewards, are left to manage the fallout. They weigh the cost of holding on against the pain of selling at a loss. The math is unforgiving. On paper, waiting might seem prudent, but in reality, every month deepens the cash drain. The longer the home sits unsold, the more the owner pays in assessments and taxes, and the less likely it is that a future sale will recover those losses. These ongoing obligations do not just tighten budgets, they limit options. For many, the dream of a carefree retirement in Florida has become a series of hard financial trade-offs, each dictated by a bond payment that does not care about market cycles or personal circumstances. The weight of a 30-year obligation, combined with shrinking home values and the tax sting of individual retirement account withdrawals, leaves little room for error. In the villages, the passage of time does not heal losses, it compounds them. Florida political leaders have been quick to celebrate what looks like a turnaround in the state-backed property insurance market. In Tallahassee, the numbers look impressive. Citizens Property Insurance reduced its policy count from 1.42 million in late 2023 to around 385,000 by the end of 2025. That is a 73% drop in just 2 years, driven by the arrival of 17 new private carriers and the transfer of more than 500,000 policies back to the open market. For the first time in over a decade, Citizens filed for a statewide rate reduction, an average cut of 2.6% for 2026. On paper, this is the kind of progress lawmakers have promised for years, but the relief is not reaching everyone. In Lake County, where much of the Villages is located, the story is very different. The Office of Insurance Regulation approved a 4.1% rate increase for Citizens policies in 2026, one of the few areas in Florida where premiums are still headed up. For local homeowners, especially those on fixed incomes, the numbers are personal. A retiree who paid $2,200 for insurance just a few years ago now faces annual bills as high as $7,800. That money is gone. No statewide rate cut can refund those lost savings, and for many, the financial damage is permanent. Insurance agents working in the Villages describe a market where risk is no longer spread evenly. The state reforms helped coastal counties in the highest risk zones first, where hurricane exposure and litigation costs have been highest. Inland areas like Lake County, with a large stock of older roofs and developer-built homes, are left with stricter underwriting and higher rates. Insurers now demand that roofs be replaced every 15 to 20 years, regardless of condition. The average cost for a new roof is $15,000 or more,